Orlando and Tampa Bay get ready for the war on I-4. Two teams separated by 75 miles of interstate and hard feelings. Today, these arena giants clash again in Tampa Bay. The stakes have never been higher. The Arena Bowl trophy awaits the winner. Tampa Bay coach Tim Marcum knows the feeling. He's won it 6 times. Twice with number 7 Jay Gruden as quarterback. Gruden was a master, but he has since changed jobs. Today, he's Orlando's rookie head coach, hoping to make his mark. Tampa Bay's George LaFrance was big time the moment he set foot on the field, and he's got 5 championship rings to prove it. For the last 6 years, Orlando's Barry Wagner has been the league's most dominant player. Today they meet again in Arena Bowl 12. Over 18,000 fans have made their way inside the Ice Palace in Tampa Bay, Florida for Arena Bowl 12. The battle between the Orlando Predators and the Tampa Bay Storm. A renewal of a rivalry that is known in these parts as the War on Interstate 4. And Arena Bowl 12 is underway. Again, another nuance of this game if you haven't seen it before the nets. It keeps the ball alive. Barry gets a clean carom off the nets, but he gets hammered big time by number 60, Robert Goff. Championship rings as a quarterback. O'Hara, the fade pattern to Robert Gordon in the corner of the end zone. Had his hands on it, but only momentarily. No control, no catch, incomplete, and a flag on the play.
No tight end declared on the play. Penalty against the offense. Penalty is declined.
Again, if you're considered a defensive stop, so this is actually a victory for Tampa Bay.
Another thing to keep in mind, those uprights just 9 feet apart. David Kuhl is good, and the Orlando Predators have struck first. 3-0 Orlando here at Arena Bowl 12. Willis throws a floater that might have been touched, but great concentration on the part of George LaFrance. Touchdown Storm. That 12-yard reception, George LaFrance now needs just 71 yards to become the first player to compile 1,000 all-purpose yards in Arena Bowl history.
Nice, easy little route to the flag in the end zone.
His 11 interceptions in 1998 during the regular season. Tied for first in the league. O'Hara. Got to get rid of this one. Gordon's all alone in the end zone. In front of Tracy Perkins, touchdown. Perkins wanted to call, thought that Gordon might have pushed off.
Why did Tracy Perkins not jump for the ball? He was standing right there. He was standing shoulder to shoulder. O'Hara had time to throw the ball. Now this is something that for Tampa Bay defense, they're usually in the face of that quarterback. Look at O'Hara, he's got all day, he can make things happen. Why Tracy Perkins, number 24 for Tampa Bay, doesn't jump, I have no idea. With his corner route. LaFrance.
Oh, he reaches out. He had the one hand on it. Touchdown. Somehow he got his feet in bounds and didn't lose that concentration. He knew he was going to get hammered by that wall. LaFrance does it again.
Well, one of the positives you see with that motion is George LaFrance is in full stride when he hits the line of scrimmage, so he is into the end zone fairly quickly, and Peter Tom Willis just lays the ball up. 1 foot has got to be down. That's the rules in arena football. Needs 1 foot in. He gets that left foot down before he hits the wall. A nice throw over the top of Barber, and of course, a great catch by the great one, George LaFrance.
First down and 13. O'Hara. That was a coverage sack. Tampa Bay led the league in that department. Pig Goff with the sack.
And they love this guy. He's in the 2 linebackers.
Second down and 20, deep in their own territory. O'Hara again pressured. This time Johnny Harris with another interception. A remarkable grab going away from the football with his back turned to O'Hara.
And O'Hara on the ground again, courtesy of Andre Bowden. This is the style of Tampa Bay football. The quarterback ends up on the ground. And Johnny Harris, well, he did it 11 times during the regular season.
Shot at Gruden.
And there's another one. Now they're going to mark the ball. Said his momentum carried him into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback.
Offense as well. Tom Willis, they're going for it all. You see this happen a lot in this league. And look at that, an almost identical interception by Chris Barber. Flags down all over the play. But you see this in the NFL as well. After a big miscue, the other team tries to go for 6 in a hurry.
Well, the interception will count. It's going to be a block in the back on Orlando's Ty Law, number
6 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Pat, don't worry, they give everybody fits. O'Hara off his back foot. He's got Law in front of Corey Dowden. Knocked out of bounds before that ball popped loose. So it'll be 4th down and goal at the 3.5-yard line.
Well, how can you not be impressed, Mike, with the rush of Tampa Bay as we see Tim Marcum, Jay Gruden right here, the head coach for Orlando, watching Tim Marcum saying, hey, maybe I'll just see what he's calling and then see what kind of defense he's going to call. I'll just go off of that.
Well, you know they have great affection.
As far as in the pocket to throw the ball, the routes really having to be stopped. Here's a fake.
Connell Maynard, the backup quarterback, the holder, also a great all-around athlete, and now you know why. And Marcum doesn't like it. Touchdown, Predators.
A lot of times, a defensive team, again, you're not allowed to rush from the outside on a field goal, so you'll get your outside players. The season records in arena football. The TD's tied a record.
Tampa Bay trailing by 3 on 3rd and 10. Willis has got Thomas open. Ball overthrown, and Willis on the seat of his pants. So Bjorn Nitmo on 4th down now will attempt to tie the game with a 43-yard field goal. And again, those uprights just 9 feet wide, half the distance of the NFL. That was a super kick by Bjorn Nitmo, and we are all tied at 17 here at Arena Bowl 12.
22 base, all 3, ready?
All right, 22, this is going to be a run to the right side of the offense, just a run right up the middle, but they're going on 3. They're going to try and get Tampa Bay to jump offside.
Let's see if the long count works. You see the head bob. No, they give it to Rick Hamilton, who does a great job of breaking free. He's got nothing but running room, a great downfield block on the part of Robert Gordon. And Rick Hamilton, who was just voted to the All-Rookie team in 1998, a 35-yard touchdown run for the rookie out of Central Florida. Woo!
And he got hammered at the line of scrimmage, kept his feet. 1-minute offense.
Willis on 2nd down. Overthrown. Chris Barber picks it off. His 2nd interception of this game.
Well, Tom Willis had George LaFrance for a moment, overthrew him right to Chris Barber for his 2nd of the game, and that was an easy one. He was just standing there. You're going to see LaFrance right in the slot in the middle. You're going to see him turn right here in the middle of the field. That's where he's going to go. See, he just overthrows it by a mile. Barber just moves into the way and makes the catch.
39 seconds remaining here in the first half. O'Hara, he's got time, but he gets hammered again. Barry Wagner goes up with Johnny Harris. Harris knocks the ball away, and O'Hara getting off. Wow.
You know, Barry Wagner played defense on that like he does for Orlando, and he saved that from being an interception. Pat O'Hara took another shot from Willie Wyatt, number 55.
Think you can play quarterback in this league?
Oh. And he did what every defensive lineman should do, land on the quarterback when you're going to tackle him. Pat O'Hara felt that.
Well, David Kuhl now, the longest field goal attempt in Arena Bowl history, 59 yards. He tried one for 63 last week in the semifinals, had the distance.
And if he misses, it can be returned. It is a live ball off the nets.
That one's just short. LaFrance has got it, takes it out to the 5-yard line, but there's a flag down on this play.
Well, you'll try and get a little more of a rush if you're a defensive team because the kick's got to come out lower. And let's see if they maybe came with an outside rush.
Illegal defense, outside rush, number 88, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Here right before the half.
Boy, big mental mistake by Tampa Bay with the outside rush. Gave Orlando new blood right here.
And again,
Andre Bowden, absolutely unbelievable pass rush, running over Rick Hamilton and getting a piece of Pat O'Hara. What an incredible rush.
Holding, number 78 on the offense. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Repeat the first down.
Maynard did earlier.
And again, if it's a missed field goal off the net, it's a live ball, and George LaFrance is back there for Tampa Bay.
His long this season, 46. This one from 40 yards. It is up and it's wide left. The ball is live on field goal attempts as well. George LaFrance will let the ball roll past the end line as time expires here in what has been an exhilarating first half. The renewal of the rivalry that in this part of Florida is called the War on Florida's Interstate I-4. The Predators have a 24-17 lead over the Tampa Bay Storm.
Quarterbacks have taken a beating tonight, especially Pat O'Hara. That's what they're going to work on. They've got to protect Pat O'Hara, whether it's quick routes, rollouts, or just flat-out blocking better, Mike.
Just an indication of things to come, but for the moment, we'll be right back after a word from our local ABC stations.
Okay, thanks, guys. Jay, you were 14-point underdogs coming into this thing. Are you surprised so far at your performance?
No, not so far. You know, the only thing we got to do is protect Pat a lot more. He's getting hit a lot, but for the most part, our guys are playing with a lot of enthusiasm and having a good time. We just got to get after him for 30 more minutes and bring it home.
You like to let it hang out. You don't mind calling plays that may be questionable at some point. Is that what gives you a joy out of this game?
Yeah, I love this game. You know, we got to take chances sometimes in this game because each possession means a whole lot, you know, especially with their great defense. So you got to take advantage of the points when you can get them, and, you know, you got to let it hang out for another half.
Okay, Jay, good luck. Thanks. Guys, back to you.
Well, hanging out in the end zone for Orlando, David Kuhl, the kicker, and back deep for Tampa Bay, George LaFrance. Again, the net's alive in arena football. LaFrance has got to carry him, and then he gets hammered quickly by the rookie out of Penn State, Rich McKenzie, after a gain of 11.
But we can hang with these guys, and they're doing it well.
Peter Tom Willis now facing a little pressure of his own. Was that ill-advised?
Wow.
I thought we might get an into grasp call there, but they let it stand. He throws it back underneath his arms, gives it away practically to Barry Wagner.
You know, and I saw this one other time. Fred McNair from the Florida Bobcats was getting tackled in the end zone, and he threw a pass away behind his back, and it worked. It fell incomplete. This was going to be a safety. Peter Tom Willis throws it behind his back to get rid of it, and that ball is up for grabs. And there's Barry Wagner waiting for the gift. Rich McKenzie, a nice rush, starts outside and then comes back inside. A beautiful rush. Very ill-advised, that third interception for Peter Tom Willis.
Palace Arena Bowl 12 marches on, and so do the Orlando Predators and Rick Hamilton. If he stayed in bounds, he's got another touchdown. Waiting for the signal for the referee, and he got a touchdown. Rick Hamilton.
And you want to talk about Ironman, Rick McKenzie, number 90. He forces the bad throw by Peter Tom Willis. Now he throws the block. It's going to be right out here. Watch the hook block. That gives Hamilton the corner. A great job getting his outside arm around the defender. Hamilton takes the corner. Now he's faced against defensive backs and linebackers. He can run through them the extra couple. France has not been able to break free for any returns.
And he loses the ball in the end zone there, but it's picked up by Stevie Thomas, fortunately. Touchback.
That's a safety.
They're saying safety, yeah.
Safety. It was a fumble and recovered and then tackled. Now they're saying he came out, he had to come out of the end zone first.
For that to be a safety, right.
Now was the ball knocked out before he was out of the end zone? That's the question at hand. He'd had to make it out of the end zone, fumble and went back into the end zone.
Things starting to unravel for the mighty Tampa Bay Storm.
Now, he has got to be out of the end zone with the ball. Let's see if he's past the goal line before he fumbles. There, his foot's on the goal line. Barry Wagner knocks the ball out. It goes back into the end zone. Picked up by Stevie Thomas.
And then Webby Burnett, number 78.
Wow, what a turn of events.
Today in Tampa Bay. But they're cheering right now for some defense. Rick Hamilton breaks away again. One man to beat. Number 9 was Corey Dowden. Hamilton gets it all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Boy, you want to talk about a silent MVP, Mike Adamle. That is Rick McKenzie.
68 yards by Rick Hamilton and the 85 yards overall for Orlando. The real difference in this ball game, averaging 14.2 yards a carry. And look at this. Nobody touches them. He is a silent MVP candidate no longer. Rick Hamilton, his second touchdown of Arena Bowl 12.
You know, and Hamilton is doing the running, but Mike, I cannot say enough about the blocking he is getting from the line. First, you get some push-out blocks.
Kelly. And he is part of a very upgraded, revamped Orlando secondary that has been sensational in the playoffs and sensational again today. It'll be 4th down.
And Mike, right now, Orlando is just
out of the end zone. The ball is in the end zone, attempting a 62-yarder. If good, it would be the longest in Arena Bowl history, but instead it's like a long punt. Field goals are live, so Barry Wagner's got a chance to go the distance here. He beats the tackle of Nitmo.
Oh, icing on the cake for Orlando.
Boy, once he saw that end zone about 15 yards away, nobody was going to deny the great Barry Wagner. 49 yards on the missed field goal return.
You knew Barry Wagner or George LaFrance, one of these two great returners, was going to break one. It just didn't happen to be on a kickoff return. It was on a field goal return. Again, great blocking, as we'll see in the replay. Tommy Dorsey, number 33, just one of them. Watch Tommy Dorsey, 33 in white. You're going to see him as Barry Wagner breaks across. Right there, Dorsey frees him up. Now Wagner beats the kicker. He better do that or he'll get mocked very badly.
And then watch him drag Buford and into the end zone. Wow, instant goal. Willis has to duck out of the pocket. And great piece of improvisation by P.T. Willis. As bad as his play was that resulted in a safety, that's how exceptional that touchdown pass to LaFrance was.
Well, that was a great play, and he made it by buying time. We've seen both quarterbacks taking some hits. Go!
The pitch to Bowden. The two-point conversion is good.
Well, never say die. Never say die. First, Lawrence Samuel with a big run down the field. George LaFrance breaking free on the touchdown. And then Andre Bowden running over a credit time.
Right now, Orlando sitting at 47. 3rd and goal. O'Hara looking for Brent Cooper. Overthrown. It'll be 4th down. And on comes number 3, David Kuhl. Wide receiver, a Jill linebacker, and a guy who scored on a fake field goal attempt earlier. Kuhl this time from 19 yards puts it up and good between the 9-foot wide.
Rather than a marriage, but the NFL has been very supportive of that process of year-round, worldwide, interactive football that we hope is affordable and can get to a whole new generation of people here. Now, right now, they're just allowing their owners in as team, but what we want to do is both support football.
We've had a blast. Congratulations on the success, and thanks so much for stopping to talk with us, Commissioner Baker.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
and
guys, back up to you.
All right, Mike Golick, if the NFL is watching, sign that man up. Wow. Damon Mason picking off Peter Tom Willis, going the distance for a touchdown. The 4th interception of the afternoon for P.T. Willis.
And again, an easy interception. P.T. Willis, 5-step drop, has time, nobody really in his face. And he throws it right to Mason, trying to get to LaFrance. Underthrew him that time. Earlier, he overthrew George LaFrance when Chris Barber picked off his second pass. Wow, Peter Tom Willis, reminiscent almost, Mike, of his rookie year last year when he was really having some trouble in the pocket.
Mason, a great player out of Southwest Louisiana, was Sports Illustrated College Football Player of the Week after their stunning upset of the highly ranked Texas A&M Aggies back in 1995. And David Kuhl's extra point is wide to the left. The big dance doesn't always work in their favor. Second and goal. Willis, Thomas, touchdown. Don't bury us yet, just yet. Now do they go for two, Mike?
I don't think. Now they go for two.
They can't pull it off, and Orlando holds on that two-point conversion. It's 56-31. Now in onside kick mode. Coach Tim Marcum looking on. Nitmo at one side, the rest of his teammates on the other. The ball is free. Robert Gordon's got it for Orlando. And it backfires on the Storm. Unbelievable.
Got in for the touchdown. There's a flag. Maybe offsides on the kicking team. I believe that's what it'll be. And there's a little jumping around going on, and that is mimicking Tampa Bay. That's what Tampa Bay does as a team that's jumping around Orlando. The love is showing.
Offsides on the kicking team. The penalty is declined. The touchdown is good.
Wow.
You know what is so uncharacteristic for this Tim Marcum team? They have all these Cisco 49ers. David Kuhl about to give Orlando. Well, I spoke too soon.
Yeah, you did. You put the hex on him.
I thought he was going to get 63. Instead, they stay at 62. But that is an Arena Bowl record. 62-31. We'll be back after this.
Obviously, Barry's a great athlete, as you see on this game. He's took the game over, but it's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and it was just something that the organization gave me an opportunity to play my heart off,
O'Hara on third down. Pressured by Lynn Rowland. Well overthrown, intended for Barry Wagner. I think he was somewhere near that football. He is one of several players who have a great chance, and there are people already in the league like Aronde Gatson and Pete Lezovic making their mark in the NFL.
Well, that was one of the uglier things we've seen today, that kick. But when you're winning this big, I don't think they'll get out too bad for that.
Final quarter.
Oh, I can't believe it. Handed interception. Unbelievable.
Kenny McIntyre.
Unbelievable interception.
I believe his third of the postseason, but
Peter Tom Willis, the bottom has completely fallen out for the Tampa Bay Storm. A two-touchdown favorite coming into today. Look at this, one-handed, palms it, tucks it in. INT number 6. Getting on a lot of those runs. There's a lot of unsung heroes in this game, but they'll be noticed by their peers in the locker room.
O'Hara got Gordon open, and there's going to be a sure flag, and there it is. Tracy Perkins, face masks, never even looked back at the football.
Yeah, we got 2 penalties on this, both on Tampa Bay, and I'll help you all out here. It'll be on number 30 on Tampa Bay for one of them, and on number 24, Tracy Perkins, for the other. And I'm sure they'll obviously take the pass interference.
Penalties on the play. Encroachment of the second neutral zone on the defense. Pass interference on the defense. The deep pass interference when penalized 8 yards, automatic first down.
Well, Andre Bowden, first number 30.
Played defensive end, linebacker. The final seconds winding down here at the Ice Palace. The site of many triumphant victories for Jay Gruden, but his first as a head coach, winning the Arena Bowl in his very first season. The Orlando Predators, after going 0 for 3, have finally won the ring.
And he deserves to enjoy it, does Jay Gruden. A great job somewhat mirrors the '94 Arizona Rattlers, who during that year were beaten soundly twice by the Orlando Predators and then beat the Predators in the Arena Bowl this year. Orlando beaten soundly twice by Tampa Bay, and then they beat them in the Arena Bowl.
Now, this is my idea of if you get selected as the MVP, you go directly to the hot tub. And how about this, man? Barry Wagner, the Iron Man, Tenacton Iron Man player of the game. There's his number on the day, 204 all-purpose yards, 52 plays of the 77 in this game. That's unbelievable. He wasn't Iron Man of the Year, but he was the Iron Man of the game here in Arena Baker.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Arena Football League, we want to thank the city of Tampa Bay, the Ice Palace, and the Tampa Bay Storm for a great Arena Bowl 12. And on behalf of the Arena Football League, it's my privilege with Jim Foster, the founder of our game, to present our championship trophy, the Foster Trophy, to Jay Gruden, Jack Youngblood, and Will Merritts.
Thank you. This is for the city of Orlando. Woo! I'd like to thank the people who made this happen. Jay Gruden did a wonderful job. The team did a wonderful job. Jack Youngblood did a fantastic job this year. We thank you all. And because we're public, we thank all the shareholders and all the fans, because we love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jay. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, I say go ahead.
President Jack Youngblood, one of the great names in the National Football League, also up there for the Predators, who win it 62-31. In the process, set a Arena Bowl championship game record for the largest margin of victory, 31 points.
You know, and they were flat out outplaying them at a point, though. Tampa Bay's defense was keeping them in the game, but then the turnover started to mount up, and once that happened, it seemed that every miscue was going against Tampa Bay and for Orlando, and then it just steamrolled and got away from them.
And the sea of fans who have come here for Orlando, enjoying every moment. Right now, our Lewis Johnson with head coach Jay Gruden. Lewis?
Okay, guys, thank you. Jay, is it sweeter as a player or as a coach?
It's sweet no matter how you cut it, you know. It's great as a coach because you got 20 guys battling their tails off for you week in and week out, and to reward them with the championship is great, and they deserve it because they fought hard all night tonight.
Pat O'Hara, your quarterback, took a beating, but he was able to hang it. How did he do that?
I don't know. He's been doing it all year, and Pat deserves a lot of credit for taking a beating and keep going. And Barry Wagner and the rest of the team, they just played a heck of a game tonight.
Some say it's tougher to defend than it is to win. Your thoughts on that, even though it's only minutes old?
That's right. Now our whole goal for next year is a repeat, but play it in the jungle next year.
Okay, congratulations to you guys, and back up to you, Mike.
All right, thank you, Lewis, and congratulations to Jay Gruden. As a player, he won 4 championship rings. Now he has his 5th as a head coach. You know, Mike, after 9 weeks of the season, Orlando was 5-4. There was a lot of people who thought that maybe Jay Gruden wasn't the right choice to succeed Perry Moss, and that maybe this team didn't have the right stuff to make it to the Arena Bowl.
And Mike, there were also thoughts before the season of trading Barry Wagner and him actually being out of Orlando. I mean, boy, hindsight 2020, I'm sure they're glad they didn't make that move. Orlando Predators, the Arena Bowl champs, here to stay, looking to repeat next year in the jungle.
All Barry Wagner did was win the Iron Man of the Game award. Rick Hamilton, the MVP. 62-31 the final. Right now, let's go back to our Wide World of Sports studio in New York and Robin Roberts.